Aloha, I'm Wayne Cordeiro of New Hope Christian Fellowship in sunny Honolulu, Hawaii. We also have 108 churches that I oversee, plus some Bible colleges, one here in Honolulu, but also one in Eugene, Oregon, called Eugene Bible College, that I spend half of my time at training up young leaders just like you. In the next 10 years, there will be a third of the churches that will require new pastors because of the retiring baby boomer pastors. Numerically, that comes to 126,000 leaders that'll be changing guards, as it were. So we are crying out for new young leaders that understand the Word of God and are willing to take the time to articulate it and communicate it in a way that people understand. So I want to talk to you as a young leader. When I was a young leader back in the 1800s or so, someone once said to me, Wayne, what you need to do is go and find some veteran leaders and ask them these two questions. Number one, if you could do it all over again, what would you do differently? And if you could do it all over again, what would you do the same? Let me share a few of those things with you. Number one, here's what I would have done. I would have found a veteran mentor that would allow me entree into their life. Oh, they didn't need to contact or push on me, but just give me an open door that if I had a question about budgeting or finances or staffing or laying people off, hiring them on, that would have saved me arguably 25 years of ministry mistakes. Because you're going to make those mistakes. You don't learn about all of these things in seminary or Bible college. You learn it through on-the-job mistakes. Or you can learn it through somebody else's mistakes. So the best is learn it from their mistakes, and if you can have entree into their life to email or write them or call them from time to time, that would be absolutely fantastic. I would find someone that would mentor me in that way. And also to be a lightning rod. And a lightning rod is something that when lightning hits it, it grounds it. It doesn't fry all the wires in the building. Well, you need someone that you can sort of cry on their shoulder. No, not on your leaders or your wife or people in your congregation. Somebody that's detached, as it were, from them and can ground it. Not pass it on, not put it on Facebook, but to ground it, so that you can go ahead and spill out your emotions and not be afraid of the repercussions of you still processing things in its raw state. Find that, a mentor. The second thing I would do the same is to continue to do daily devotions. Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to about 42, speaks about Mary seated at the Lord's feet, listening to His word when Martha said, God, don't you know that there's lots of ministry things that have to be done? And look at my lazy sister. And Jesus said something very poignant. He said, Martha, really only one thing is necessary. Oh, you're involved in so many ministry items and initiatives, but there's one thing that's necessary. And Mary, look at her. She's chosen the good part. That'll never be taken away from her. I would do all over again a continued daily devotion. We teach that here. You see, I don't want the young leaders to grow up kind of looking like me and acting like me. No, 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 no. We don't need any more of that. But I do want them to learn how to tap into the same source that I tap into. Daily devotions. It's like the scales of a concert pianist. Doesn't matter if you're playing blues or classical or contemporary. Every world-class pianist will do scales. That's the scales of a young leader. The next thing I would encourage you to do is work harder on yourself than you work on your ministry. That's right. The way you think, your attitude, your disposition, the way you're correcting yourself, optimizing, improving. Work on yourself more than you work on your job or your ministry. The reading that you do, praying, trying to rethink, how do I optimize the way I think? Albert Einstein once said, the problems we face will never be solved with the same thinking that caused those problems in the first place. You see, there's a certain kind of thinking that creates problems. You have to get a new kind of thinking. So work harder on yourself, and then work on your family, your marriage. Boy, don't let your marriage drop at all. Keep that very, very strong. I make sure that Anna, my wife, and I are doing better and better every month. And today, after 36 years of marriage, we're in love more now than we were in the beginning. It's going to take hard work, homework, and heart work. Those three things. Hard work, homework, heart work. Remember those, and it will help you to develop as a young leader, to develop as someone that God can use to change the world one life at a time. God bless you in all that you do, and I'm believing for a bright future for you. God bless you.